It's time to remember, where were you May 24th, 2001? If you were like the rest of us, you were sitting by your computer waiting for the Carson City 2021 Morgan to be launched at noon. And by 12:03, with sore fingers and circular problems with the internet, we all kind of just went blah. Well, the good news is this. That coin today is a $350 to $400 coin, and it would have been fun to get it. But how about if we get in our time capsule and go back 130 plus years and get an original Morgan dollar and pay less? That's what we do. Look at this one. So the Morgan dollar series was introduced in 1878. It ran for 27 consecutive years. That goes all the way through 1904. Brought it back for 1 year while they were making the peace dollar in 1921. So 28 altogether. We had an East Coast Mint, Philadelphia. We had a West Coast Mint, San Francisco. We had a Southern Mint, or the national kind of push-off, which was New Orleans, the Big O. But we also had a mint right on top of the silver find, because the Morgan dollar was the child of the Comstock Lode, the largest silver find ever in America. Virginia City, Nevada. We're talking about, for the first time in our history, we can have a silver dollar made at multiple mints in circulation for the first time ever. The stories of George Washington, Martha, and the silver issues early on. I mean, for the first 50 years of us as a government, we didn't have a silver dollar right over here because we couldn't find enough silver to make dollars. It was legal tender in this country to use Spanish and English coins until 1857. So that Comstock Lode was a big deal. And that introduced the Morgan dollar. So we have the East Coast, the West Coast, the Southern Mint, and then right down the street, they put the Carson City Mint to help with the coin flow in this area. They made 28 Philadelphias, 28 San Franciscos, 26 New Orleans, but only 13 of those years were Carson City. If you add them all up and throw them into a big basket, less than 3% of all the Morgan dollars struck will be Carson Cities. That's the 13 added together, lobbed into the 28, 28, 26. Crazy, huh? But here's the other untold story. In the early 1970s, late 1960s, early 1970s, the General Service Administration did an audit of U.S. Vault after silver spiked, and we pulled 90% silver from our dimes and quarters and eventually pulled it from our half dollar. They found Carson City Morgans, right? And many of them, they found hundreds of thousands. Do you know what the rarest one they found was? If you say the 1879, you're going by price. You're not going by how many they found. Because they found 4,123 79s and only 3,949 90s. That's why they're priceless. It means that virtually all of the 1890s, just like the 1879s, went into circulation. So finding a vintage, hand-selected, quality coin like you're seeing on your screen is the real deal. If you've been on that great American coin hunt and you've been to a show before, you know how ugly a Carson City coin can look. All of ours are homogeneous, and by that I mean the obverse will look like the reverse. They're circulated, but all the rim dings, the bad discolorizations, the bad scratches. How many of us looked at one side and said, love it, turned it over and said, ah, right? Kind of how it happens. And tonight, well, we have a coin. It is the coin. It's the 1890. Now, in 1890, we made 4 silver dollars, 16.8 million Philadelphias, 10.7 million New Orleans, 8.2 million San Franciscos, and the winner, Carson City, this coin, 2.3. As I referenced, if you look at the 2.9 million Carson City Morgan dollars found in the GSA and sold to the American public in the early 1970s, there were only 3,949 of them that were, well, 90s, the rarest of them all, found, beating the 1879. So it just helps to go into the true story of this coin. Now, my competition, we did find a few of them that had beautiful looking circulated coins, and they were all $450 to $500 for a coin that matches the quality. I could find a couple $100 coins that I wouldn't give to my worst enemy. They were just ugly, damaged. And that's not what we do here. Guys, give me a 1 minute clock. I just love talking about the story and the history. So just think about this. We're going out west to find gold, the California Gold Rush. We're on the Oregon Trail, but the only way to get over the Rockies is to go north towards Nevada and then cross over. And we do. And in the process, we get stuck. And when we're stuck, we find the largest silver find ever. That's just fun luck, right? From being stuck, we get luck. So there's a good deal there. Of that silver formulated the Carson City Mint's allure. It was the silver dollar of the Wild West. What was Butch Cassidy? What was the younger gang doing? Well, they were looking for this thing, guaranteed. What was Doc Holliday playing cards with at the OK Corral before they got into their gunfight? These coins. And tonight we have the 1890 at our lowest price, $199.95. Again, hundreds less than that of our competitor, but that's the ABC way. And I'm just thrilled that tonight we got to speak about it because this is a special piece.